But it is because they said, your God is never going to deliver you from your situation. Because they said, you are now too broke to be raised even by God. And God is about to surprise somebody. God is about to surprise even the politicians. He is coming down to your level to pick you up from there and change your lifestyle 100%. Am I talking to somebody? You will see it happening because we've talked about it. If we don't talk about it, you won't see it happening. Prepare yourself. Tell yourself, get ready. Tell your wife to get ready. Tell your children to get ready. Am I talking to somebody here? If God has ever visited us, this time He is coming. This time the Lord is coming by Himself. Listen to me. This year we had a theme, the divine solutions.
Divine solutions.
And the solutions that we had were divine. We saw things happening that no man can ever do, just to prove that the solutions were divine. We have never had a theme that was never fulfilled. Which means whatever theme that we're going to have next year, you shall not see December next year before the fulfillment of that theme. And the reason why God is coming after you next year, it is because of what they have said. They have said a lot about you. They have said a lot about me. They have said a lot about this ministry. And they said He's only the God of that and not the God of this. Just watch what the Lord is about to do now. I see the Lord coming with all the host of heaven to pick you up from that lowest part of your life. All because your enemies said. And God is about to now venture into new territories. Wakuburuka kuya kumakoronga.
God is descending into the trenches.
Wakuburuka kuya mugwenga.
God is descending into the desert.
Arikudzika ine mcheka wake mchena iwoyoyo.
He is descending in His
kuya kumadhaka kumarara kuzononga rimwe rombe riripasa.
Coming into the muddy places to pick up somebody.
Iye achingoti nekuti vakati handiuye kuno saka ndawira izvozvo.
His war cry is because they said, I will not descend unto this place.
He is the God of the mountains. He is the God of diplomas and degrees and universities. And He is not the God of my grade 7 and my form 2.
He is not God of the grade 7.
And God is saying, now I'm sick and tired of these educated people. I'm descending
for the uneducated. I am seeing God descending unto the abandoned.
Even the uneducated ones. Get ready, the Lord is coming to deliver you from there. Believe you me, your level is about to change. My God, I said your level is about to change. They said he is the God of the mountains. He only blesses those that are living in Borodea. He only blesses the whites. He only blesses the Indians and the Chinese. They said blacks can never be blessed, because God is the God of the mountains. And God is announcing here today that black people get ready for the visitation of the Lord. I am coming down there because of what they have said. Instead of borrowing from them, they will come and borrow from you. I see the Lord coming down to your level to pick you up from there. Get ready. Prepare for a journey. You are about to travel from that lower level of life to a higher level of life. God, this coming year, is determined to lift you up, to give you an expected end. You shall cry no more. You shall complain no more, because the God of the mountains is the God of the valleys. Do you believe what I'm saying? Do you believe what I'm saying? Do you believe what I'm saying? The enemy that you defeated this year, you shall defeat him again next year. If you didn't die this year, you will not die next year. Are you following this? Are you following this? Let the king of Syria come back again. And this time around, it shall become his final defeat. The Lord told me that He's giving special grace to His people to master their situations and to deal with their enemy once and for all. That grace is resting upon somebody now. I said that grace is resting upon somebody now. How many problems do you have? Many. How many valleys have you visited so far? Some of you get money just for 2 days, and for the next 200 days you are broke. Which means money is not your territory. Money has become a mountain for you. And you are spending most of your time in the valley, crying, borrowing, asking for alms. But the Lord is saying, I'm coming down there.
There is a level of being broke.
There
is being broke.
To
an extent where you get to the end of what they call broke. You get broke to the extent of knowing that you have nothing to eat. We used to say you only have water to drink, but this kind of broke, you don't even have water to drink.
Chero ukashaya chokudya mumba magetsi akakuvhenekera zviri nani. Kwete kubva wadzimirwa woti hauna chokudya hauchaona nenzara yacho futi.
It's better to go hungry and yet you have electricity.
Pane kunonzi kubroka.
There is a level of being broke.
Wobva ipapo manje.
You come from there.
Wodzika futi.
You go lower.
Wopfuura nepane imwe nzvimbo inonzi kuno ndokunonzi kubroka kuno.
You pass through a place that they call broke.
Zonzi asiwo haugare kunodzika futi.
They say this is not your territory. Go lower.
Wonosvika kwaunonzi hakuna hauchadziki futi ndopanoperera kubroka pana.
You get to a place where they say this is the exact definition of broke.
Ikoko muvengi wako ndokwaakati ukasvika Mwari hakurwire.
That place is where your enemy said when you get to that level your God will not fight for you.
Vakati chero ukanamata ukatsanya.
They said even if you pray and fast,
pawasvika nenhamo mwachewe hausumuki.
the level you have gotten to, you cannot rise up from there.
Pavakadaro,
When they said that,
vaifunga kuti vaitaura vari vega.
they were thinking they were conversing amongst themselves.
Nyamba Mwari une nzeve.
And yet God has ears.
Ndokubva Mwari wavawanikidza vachikunyeya.
And God overheard them.
Vachiti paasvika neupenyu hapabvikike.
As they were saying, he cannot rise up from this level.
Zvino Mwari vari kuti ndakuda kuropafadza ka.
And now God is saying, I want to bless.
Kwete nekuti unodhizevha asi nekuti vakataurisa.
Not because you deserve, but because they spoke too much.
Which means next year there is a dimension of God that you are about to experience. The God that you have never met before. You are just about to have an encounter with such a God. If you believe it, let me hear a crazy shout all over this place. Come on. Listen. We are going to praise him like we have never praised him before. Do you know that it is almost believed that God can only rescue a certain race, and not blacks and not Zimbabweans? It has become a belief. Listen, if you were once called the breadbasket of Africa, even those days, you were lying to yourselves. You were never. We have never. There is a transfer of wealth, resources, positions that is coming. Now, can I tell you something? I want you to get this. Do you know that when you get married, and then it is announced that your wife is now 3 weeks pregnant, you are told by the physician She's now 3 weeks pregnant.
Ndaane pamuviri pamavhiki matatu.